It's 12:37 a.m. You're lying in your bed. Your room is completely dark, and the only sound you can hear is the ticking of the clock on the wall. Then suddenly, you hear 3 knocks on your bedroom door. Knock. 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 You check your phone. Everyone in your house is asleep. Your parents' room is at the other end of the house. Your younger brother has been sleeping beside you for hours. So who just knocked on your door? Tonight's story is about a strange incident that happened to a university student named Hassan in 2021. He still refuses to sleep with the lights off, and after hearing his story, you might start looking at your bedroom door differently too. It was during winter break when Hassan came back from university to spend a few weeks with his family. Their house was old, built by his grandfather decades ago. The house was peaceful during the day, but always felt strange after midnight. His grandmother often warned everyone not to stay awake too late, because according to her, some houses become different places after midnight. Of course, Hassan laughed at these stories. He was 21 years old and didn't believe in ghosts or anything supernatural. On his 3rd night at home, he stayed awake until nearly 1 in the morning watching videos on his phone. His parents had already gone to sleep, and his younger brother was sleeping on the bed next to him. The entire house was silent. Suddenly, he heard it. Knock. 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 3 slow knocks on his bedroom door. At first, he thought it was his father checking on him. He called out, "Dad." No answer. Hassan stared at the door without moving. He wanted to wake his younger brother, but felt too scared to speak. Then, the scratching stopped. Silence filled the room once again. He remained awake for another hour before eventually falling asleep from exhaustion. At exactly 3:14 a.m., he woke up. The room was freezing cold. He could see his breath in the air. Then, he noticed something impossible. His bedroom door was slightly open. He clearly remembered locking it. Before he could understand what was happening, he heard a whisper coming from the hallway. Someone softly called his name. Hassan. He immediately looked toward his younger brother. He was still sleeping peacefully. Again, the whisper came. Hassan. This time it sounded closer. He grabbed his phone, forgetting it was dead, and stared at the open doorway. Then, he saw it. A dark figure standing in the hallway. It was too tall to be anyone in his family. Its head almost touched the top of the door frame. It didn't move. It simply stood there, watching him. Hassan couldn't see its face. He wanted to scream, but no sound came out. Seconds felt like hours. Then, the figure slowly raised one arm and pointed toward him. At that exact moment, his younger brother suddenly woke up and asked, "Why is there someone standing at the door?" Hearing someone else say the same thing terrified Hassan even more. He wasn't imagining it. His brother could see it too. Then, without warning, the figure stepped backward into the darkness of the hallway and disappeared. The brothers immediately switched on the lights and ran to their parents' room. Their parents searched the house, checked every door and window, and found nobody. The next morning, Hassan's grandmother became pale after hearing what had happened. She quietly told them that years ago, before the house was renovated, an elderly relative had died in the hallway outside that very room. According to family stories, several people had heard knocks and whispers there after midnight. Hassan still didn't believe in ghosts, but he couldn't explain one thing. The next day, while cleaning his room, he noticed 3 long scratch marks on the outside of his bedroom door. The marks had not been there before. They looked fresh, as if something with sharp nails had dragged them across the wood. Even stranger, his younger brother independently described the same tall figure without anyone mentioning its appearance first. To this day, Hassan sleeps with a lamp turned on every night. He never stays awake after midnight in that house, and whenever someone knocks on his bedroom door after everyone is asleep, he never opens it immediately. Instead, he waits, because sometimes, according to him, not every knock at midnight comes from a person.